Hi, y'all.
Welcome to our little corner of the internet, the Mustache and The Beard.com. Two great geeks.
Changing the world, one post at a time.
My name is Louis Matos. I am the Mustache. And as always, I'm here with my PIC, my partner in crime, my bestest, mostest, hugest buddy.
Hugest buddy. Junior Figueroa, a.k.a. The Beard, coming to you live from not so sunny Puerto Rico, because as I'm looking out the window, it is raining.
Yeah.
So sunny Puerto Rico blew it again.
But it's hot.
Oh my God, that's why it's raining. That's why it's raining. We're going to have a thunderstorm. It is too hot. It is like jungle hot.
Well, the whole planet is too hot, but this is the tropics on top of it.
It's like Tarzan hot out there. When you got a place like the UK, United Kingdom, having a heat wave and having tropical weather.
Over 100 degrees.
Yes, and for multiple weeks, you know something's wrong.
Yeah. Gotta do something about the planet.
Yeah.
All right, today we are a little more sedate because some of you might have noticed we haven't made a video in a while. And so I wanted to start off right off the bat. My absence from social media, I haven't been on Facebook a lot, and I haven't been, as chatty as normal. And so let me explain, for most of you know already, but my baby sister got COVID. She got very sick. She's also a huge chain smoker. And so when stress happens, so she's got 4 kids, so she passed away.
Single parent.
Yeah, unfortunately she got very sick and passed away. Out of respect for her memory, out of respect for her family, her children and stuff. She was a mom of 4 kids and an ex-husband, and really, out of respect for my own comfort, you let me, lead the way on this. We chose not to do any videos. These videos tend to get jokey and silly, so out of respect, we kind of stopped doing this. What we love to do.
I just didn't feel. I didn't feel jokey and funny.
Okay, so my sister Virginia was my baby sister. One of the things is when we first started the blog, she made some jokes about it, but she made some jokes and made it seem like, it wasn't going to be a big deal to her. But she was one of our biggest fans.
She's our biggest fan. She was our biggest fan. And she would get other people to watch our videos.
Yes, her kids notably would say, she forces us to watch your videos. All right, so so she was a big fan. And because of that, I haven't been able to write. I haven't felt like, and everything seems to remind me of her. Now you think you'd get used to it because I've had 2 brothers pass away, my mom passed away, other people in the family pass away, but my baby sister never got to 40. So I haven't even been able to have discussions with you about geek stuff. I know my sister's in heaven. She was beautiful. She had a great smile.
Great sense of humor.
So I just wanted us to start off. We don't want to start off with a downer, but life happens. It is real. And then we go back to the playground and play like we normally do. So what we do, our video, is the playground. We know it's not, we celebrate geek stuff. But even from the beginning, we have mentioned the people that have moved us to do what we do.
Right.
And so
Virginia was one of them.
yes, so we will pause, have a moment of silence, go into a montage of how beautiful my sister was, and then we'll proceed. So this is Red Capers number 66. I guess I didn't mention that before. All right, so this is we're going to talk about the months that were.
The months that were.
Yeah, because it was 2 months that passed.
These were the months that were.
Yeah. And there weren't a lot of posts, but we're going to talk about the ones that we did actually post.
We posted stuff?
Yeah. Red Capers.
I don't remember.
Yeah, Red Capers number 65 was June 1st. So we started right on time. And then, of course, Lance, the obscure movie guy.
Lance!
The OMG.
OMG.
Sent in an article that we published on the 4th called Traded is Taken. And basically he was saying that the movie Traded is very much like Taken, the Liam Neeson movie.
Movies.
Yes, with Michael Pare, Chris Christopherson, Martin Cove, and Tom Sizemore as cowboys. Pretty cool sounding cast. So yeah, a lot of this stuff I didn't watch because I wasn't in the mood. So, you know, don't take it as I didn't.
Right,
it's just I was not. I had other things.
We'll get back to it.
Yeah. All right. So, and then after Lance, the obscure movie guy, you did 5-Man Army.
Oh yeah, I remember 5-Man Army, the spaghetti western with Peter Graves.
Yeah.
It was the Magnificent Seven -2. No, actually, I sound like if I'm putting it down, but I actually like that movie.
I know you did. You totally did.
Very good. I really like that movie. But it is a spaghetti western, and it is the Magnificent Seven -2. It is very, very much like the Magnificent Seven.
All right, and then after that was Reading Sanctum number 22, the EC Archives with Gunfighter and Saddle Justice were 2 trade paperbacks that I put them all together as part of this package that I loved. EC is not just for horror. It absolutely had some really good Western stuff. All right, so you should take a look at that. All right, and then we had another Lance the Obscure Movie Guy article where he talks about, writes about the movie The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
I saw it. I watched it.
Okay, so it's a comedic.
Yeah, it is,
collection.
but it does.
It's not always, I know, it's not just funny.
It's thought-provoking.
Yeah,
But that movie, I died. James Franco, Lance, when James Franco, he's about to get hung, and the guy next to him is panicking, is freaking out, and he smiles and he says, "First time, huh?" I almost peed on myself. That was so funny.
Yeah, so it's an anthology collection of shorts
short stories
by the Coen brothers, which, you know, are notoriously comedic, but it's not, you said that there are some serious parts to it, too, which is great. Okay, so Lance, the obscure movie guy, did a great job with that. Then you went on to Duel at Diablo.
Duel at Diablo. Oh man, I love that movie. I really love that movie. That's James Garner, Sidney Poitier, B.B. Anderson, Indians. It's a Western.
Yeah. Cool.
It's one of my favorites.
Awesome. And then afterwards, you wrote another article called Rio Conchos.
Real Conchos! You know, the thing is that I find, not that I find them similar, but they came out at the same time. So I have a tendency, like when I think of Duel Diablo, I think of Real Conchos, and both, like almost like if in my mind they're a double bill, but they are actually similar. Real Conchos is similar to the Comancheros, John Wayne movie.
Yes.
With, and it's funny because Stuart Whitman is in both of the Comancheros.
Oh, really?
And they're both written by the same screenplay writer. So yeah, they're both.
So of course they have that similar tone.
They have a very similar, very similar plot too. Just looking at it from a different point of view. Well, there's Comancheros were the term used for white people who were dealing with the Comanches and selling guns to the Comanches. So both of them deal with Comancheros.
Okay.
Good movie. I wholeheartedly recommend it.
Okay, so you recommended both Duel at Diablo and Rio Conchos. All right, The Legacy of Briscoe County Jr. was another Lance the OMG article.
Love that show.
Yeah.
Love that
so
show.
A lot of people, and it was only one season.
I don't know why. I think it was because it was a week on the weekend.
Oh, really? It was a Saturday
show? It was a Saturday, I think. It was a Saturday show, which is for a show of this type.
Yeah.
That's,
Kiss of Death.
The Kiss of Death.
Right, because that's when it's a young people.
Young people are not home Friday night. They're not home Saturday night. If you want young people to watch a show, you got to give it to them during the week. Okay, not on the weekends.
All right. Okay, afterwards we went to, or I wrote The Curse of Capistrano.
The Curse of Capistrano.
Reading Sanctum number 23.
Zorro.
You turned me on to it by having it on your list of 50 geek books that you must read.
And was I right?
You were right, because I took off one of the westerns I had on my list. The western not from Brand, but from the other guy. Not your guy, but
Zane Grey?
Zane Grey, thank you. That's exactly who. I took off my Zane Grey book from there and added The Curse of Capistrano because it was
that good.
Perfect, yeah.
I read The Curse of Capistrano sick, laid up in bed.
Oh, did you?
Oh God!
It's the perfect book to read.
I love when that happens when you're sick and laid up in bed and you find the book.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
absolutely. It was an Audible book. It took me away, honestly.
Yeah.
And I thought, and you know, the Audible book, it says like it's 6 hours or whatever. The time went like that.
Yeah.
And I was like shocked that the time flew. Awesome. So yeah, very well done. Top 10 Westerns was your next. This one was one of those July ones that you kind of like.
Top 10. We're dealing.
And you only put it in one post. I was shocked that all 10 fit in one post.
That was a mistake. Because that post is huge.
Yeah, it is.
That's why the next time I did that, I broke it up because I was like, oh my God, this is monstrous. But you know what it was is that I wanted to share pictures, especially since some of these movies may seem, maybe because they're old, they may be somewhat obscure to I don't know who exactly who's going to be reading the article. So I wanted to include pictures, and you know me, I want to include a a little synopsis of the story, and then tidbits of information and my reaction. And then when I put that all together, I'm looking at it, and this thing is like 20 pages. I was like, oh my God! But I wasn't about to. I wasn't going to change anything, so I went with it.
All right, and then the very next post was the top 10 superhero movies, part 1 and part 2.
That's why with that I cut it in half, because I learned from the westerns. I decided to do that mainly because we seem to be. I'm getting the feeling that aside from the curse of Capistrano, that we seem to be ignoring superheroes, you know, and the superhero genre and the superhero movies and everything. And then it occurred to me that what if I, just for difference sake, that if none of them be DC or Marvel? You know, that it's the top 10,
yeah,
but none of them are DC or Marvel superheroes. That was fun. That was fun.
But what's funny is that even though we might have been ignoring the Marvel movies, we've written several articles on the TV shows.
Yes.
Right?
We've not ignored the TV.
Yeah.
We kind of ignored the movies, but we haven't ignored the TV.
It's a good idea to not include Marvel movies, because, I mean, that will eventually come anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
And then it would have been too much. I couldn't have done 10.
Mm-hmm. All right, and you know you're talking about historically, so you're talking about you could.
I could have gone. I
read the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Yeah, I was going to. I was my original idea. I was going to include the Scarlet Pimpernel, the Adventures of Captain Marvel, the Mark of Zorro, the Lone Ranger. You know, I was going to go that far back, but then when I saw how much modern stuff there was, you know, like I forgot about Hancock, I forgot about
Mystery
the
Man.
Rocketeer, Mystery Man, Sky High. You know, I when I started doing the research, I was like, wow, man, these movies, The Mask. Now I'm not a big Jim Carrey fan.
Mm-hmm.
But I love that movie, The Mask. I think it's like near perfect. So when I remember, then little by little, all of the older ones started getting pushed away until it wound up that none of them made the cut.
All right. After that, we went through a little bit of a pause, and part of it was because I was going to write my second chapter to The Legend of Belladonna Bishop.
Right.
And for some reason, I couldn't get the pictures online. For some reason, I couldn't get it on the page. So and you suggested that I reprint the first one. So I went to reprint the first one, and none of the pictures posted of that. So I had to go back and just, you know, it took a week for the pictures to actually attach.
Didn't we also lose power during that time?
Yeah, we did. We did have
we lost power
for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we've been going through power shortages and water shortages, where we lose water also. And let me tell you something. When you're in the tropics, losing water.
Oh no, that's not fun.
It's not fun at all.
Even if you've saved water and in containers to the side to bathe with it, you know, warm water, it's just icky up. Anyway, so yeah, we've decided that, and we've mentioned it before, that the Red Capers videos are really the only videos that we're going to use so that we could kvetch and do whatever we need to update you. So Red Capers videos are usually a monthly basis.
Yeah, we do try, honestly.
It's just, there was extenuating circumstances. But even so, there were a lot of people that made nice comments, and as always, we like to recognize those comments. So it has now come to the point in the show where we allow you to be more obnoxious than usual.
Well, I'm not going to be that obnoxious because I don't think I got it in me
You
anymore.
don't have that air?
Yeah, I don't have that air.
Yeah, lung capacity, I know.
So,
Freaking COVID affected you.
This is the time for our shout outs.
Yes, and this is how we say thanks. So that was, the months that were. And now we want to talk about the months that will be. The month that will be. The weeks to come.
Right.
But before we do that, there is, I spoke to our PPPs.
Yes.
Our
Peerless production people.
Yes, thank you very much.
Why can I remember that and I can't remember any of the other ones?
Yeah, the Peerless production
Peerless production people.
Because you created that one. You forget all the ones that I created.
I can't remember, for the life of me, I can't remember the other ones, but that one I can remember.
Alright, so our PPPs will have a trailer of our month August murders.
Oh!
Yeah, so
that's right, that's what's coming up.
So without further ado, always,
That's awesome.
fantastic.
Awesome.
Yes. So now, I'm going to start off with Lance the OMG.
OMG!
Yes, he's got 3 pieces in the works for us, and one will be on the movie Death Trap.
Death Trap.
1982, Michael Caine with Chris Reeve.
Cool.
Christopher Reeve. Yeah.
Cool.
So, looking forward to that. And one that I had never heard of, but of course the obscure movie guy, of course we're going to have obscure movie.
That's
So-
his specialty.
Yes, Brick 2005 with Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it. So looking forward to watching that.
She's a brick house.
All right. And then he's got The Nice Guys, 2016 movie with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. So looking forward to watching all 3 of those
I'm
movies.
looking forward to what he says about that last one. I've never heard of that movie, so
I'm thinking that it's got to be a funny movie. Nice Guys.
I want to see what Lance has to say. He may convince me to watch. Like he did it with Buster Scruggs. So I want to wait and see what he says.
Yeah, he convinced me to watch a movie called Scarlet, which, is another really...
Oh, and I've been dying to watch the Vagrant Queen.
Oh, yeah.
Vagrant Queen. I have been dying to watch. I keep forgetting.
Have you found it?
I think it's on Moy.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool. All right, so
Lance, we're checking out your stuff, babe. Your stuff is good.
all right. Together, you and I have decided that we're going to do a few videos.
Right.
The Adventure of Captain Marvel Serial 1940
Yay!
from Republic Pictures. Yes, I've gotten into serials recently, and you had led me to Adventures of Captain Marvel as one of the best.
Arguably the best movie serial ever made. I say arguably because it depends upon who you ask, who you speak to.
And there are murders there that
Yes,
and there's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
We have to determine who is Scorpion.
The Scorpion.
The Scorpion. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Scorpion. Yeah. So and it's pretty cool because we have
who
a
he
whole,
is and who's his tailor, because I love that snazzy outfit.
It's so funny. At the end, on the last chapter, he, the bad guys, the remaining suspects enter in normal clothes. He switches to do his bad stuff. He switches dress in the volcano, and then he takes it off to be his own, without. To be as part of the people that are running through the volcano. It's hilarious because it's like, would you do that? Would you?
Would you stop to take off your clothes?
Yeah, I don't think so. But it's fun and I love it. So yes, we're gonna do an Adventure of Captain Marvel serial. Then also Tony Rome.
Tony Rome and
Lady in Cement.
Lady in Cement. The Tony Rome movies.
Yes, it's a 2-part autopsy, an autopsy plus. So therefore, and I want to separate it because we're notoriously long with autopsies.
Yes. Those autopsy plus videos take. Well, we can't help it because we're doing 2 movies. One movie we take a long time.
Yeah. So 1967, Tony Rome. 1968, Lady in Cement.
Frank Sinatra as Private Eye, Tony Rome.
Yes. Looking forward to that. All right. So that's what we're going to do together.
Right.
What are you going to do alone?
Ooh. Don't ask those questions. We have a PG audience. What I'm going to do this month is I'm going to do a review of The Hound of the Baskervilles, 1972, with Stuart Granger as Sherlock Holmes. I'm going to do The Adventures of Nick Carter, 1972, Robert Conrad, and I'm going to do Charlie Chan Returns, 1973, with Ross Martin as Charlie Chan. If I get the chance, I will include Hildegard Withers, which is 1972, with Eve Arden. These four pilots, these four movies were made as pilots for an umbrella, an umbrella series that was supposed to be ABC's answer to the NBC Wednesday mystery movies. But the pilots didn't do well. The four movies didn't do well, so they scrapped. Actually, I read that they finally did it, but in 1989.
Wow.
This was supposed to be, because NBC's Wednesday mystery movie, I told you, was such a ratings hit that ABC wanted to do something similar, and they decided that they were going to make their, while the NBC Wednesday mystery movies were new characters, Columbo, McCloud, and McMillan and White, they wanted to do one on established old mystery characters, Sherlock Holmes, Nick Carter, Charlie Chan, and Hildegard Withers. So I've got all four. I've seen they're in YouTube, beautiful copies. So I'm going to present that as the tie-in, that fact that there was supposed to be an umbrella series. I'll give you a little background on that in each article.
Awesome. All right. So that's what you're going to be presenting for this month, August Murders.
Right.
I am going to do two reading sanctums. One is going to feature Batman Noir, black and white comic book, trade paperback, The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller and Klaus Janson. Yes. So gorgeous artwork. The storytelling is fantastic, as Frank Miller is. Mm-hmm. So, and he knows Batman very, very well. So definitely looking forward to writing an article on that. And then I also want to do the Sherlock Holmes audiobooks that are on YouTube right now for free. With some really great voices. I told you
Jeremy Brett
does
my favorite Sherlock Holmes.
Actually did a reading for the audiobooks. So if you're into audiobooks and they're free on YouTube, maybe I'm not supposed to say that, but they are. And so I recommend them because I've listened to them and time flies by. And the accent is not so difficult that I could understand.
He has a little trouble with British accent.
Yeah, I have something that just prevents me from getting it. But for the most part...
And God forbid they switch gears and have one person with an English accent and one person with a Scottish accent.
And one with an Irish brogue, and then... It's just,
then we got a Welshman in there.
Oh, when you have that stuff, I'm like, click, I give up.
You better have the subtitles.
Yeah, it's too much for me. And I will do a movie just like you all are doing. I don't want to be too top heavy with movies, but I'm going to look at The Eye, which is a mystery horror, and 2008 with Jessica Alba. So that's what we're planning to do. Very, very excited. That's what the weeks coming will look like.
And maybe we could get some of our contributing people
some contributing writers to but I don't want to mention any names because she gets mad when I mention her name. So I'm not going to mention her name.
I was thinking of
your daughter,
Lady Penelope Pink. But I forgot that Lady Penelope Pink is in the hospital.
Yeah, she's not going to be. She's not going to be able to do anything for a couple of months.
On the other hand, what was the name that they were using?
Mavens.
Oh, the Mavens. They liked Death on. They liked
the movie
Murder on the Orient Express. If they saw Death on the Nile, I could do an interview of them and present that.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. If they watched Death on the Nile.
Yeah. All right. As always, when you're already laughing like a bowl full of jelly. All right. So as we come to the end of the program of our video of our red capers, I generally ask you, do you have a wise missive for us?
No, but I have a joke.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? All right. A traffic cop a highway traffic cop notices a car driving a little erratically, and he pulls the car over, and the person driving the car lowers the window, and it's a pastor in the collar. So he says, Padre, you're driving a little erratic. Are you okay? He goes, yeah, I'm fine. But the traffic cop notices the smell of alcohol coming from inside the car. The smell of alcohol coming from inside the car. And next to the pastor is a flask. And he says, Padre, what's inside the flask? He says, water. He says, can I see it? And he gives him the flask and he opens it up and it's wine. And he says, Pastor, there's wine in here. And the pastor says, dang, Jesus did it again.
All right. With that having been said, we always ask you to comment on our videos. Tell us
Don't comment on the joke.
Give us a like if you liked what you've seen. If you really liked what you've seen, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And why haven't you? It's been a while. We ask that we know that most people don't comment, but we always like to be able to, as you can see, we did our shout outs to people that are a little more vocal and verbal and active on the boards. So we ask that you do that. Other than that, I say thank you for watching.
Yes.
My name is Louis Matos. Yes. I am the Mustache.
I'm Junior Figueroa. I be the Beard.
We say see you later.
Hasta la vista.
Take it easy.
And peace.